slide down some that way. I'm gonna pull this over some. Move that way.
Oh.
There you go. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys had a great weekend.
I like this color, maybe.
Yeah.
Where you say you get this from?
Target. They be having the little basic shirts for $6, you know.
For a basic bitch.
Just like you, and that's why you're wearing it. And you still got the tag on. Oh, no,
well, it's your shirt.
No, that's all right.
Well,
it's all right.
That's why I put it in the bag.
It's all right.
Why would I take it off? It's not mine.
Yeah, because I bought shirts for when he forgets to wear a different color besides green. But, you know, it's all right. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. Basically worked all weekend, but I still had a good time, even at work. I was saying on the podcast that, you know, I open up a little bit at work, you know, I'm getting to know some of the coworkers or whatever. But, yeah, it's been good. I hope you guys also listen to the Scorpion Show podcast. We put up a new podcast this past week, and I enjoyed recording it, and I hope that you all listen to it. And on this week's podcast, we are bringing on singer Duran Bernard, aka Alcohol Harmony. He will be on the podcast this Friday. I'm excited to have him on, and you know, I talked to him over the weekend. He also has a new album out, and it's titled Duran. So please make sure you listen to it on Apple Music or on Spotify, or that you actually purchase it besides just streaming it. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to having him on, and he hasn't been on our show in 7 years, so we haven't talked to him on the show in 7 years. We did the interview at your cousin's house, right? We did the interview at his cousin's house 7 years ago. It was really great. Had a good time. Probably like 2 hours worth of video. If you guys go back and look in our archive, you can go find it. And he's an extraordinary singer, and he also has done backgrounds for Erykah Badu. So I'm excited to have him back on to find out what he's been up to. So make sure y'all listen to the podcast this Friday morning, September 25th, 6 a.m. Podcast will go up. The podcast went up late on Friday. I was really worn out. But I got it up though. So shout out to everybody who listened. Don't forget, every Friday there will be a podcast. Whether I'm out of town, he's out of town, or he can't make it, I'm going to put something up. And please, everybody, like this video, share this video. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, tag us in the post. I will repost if you tag that you're watching. Thank you. What else has been going on? This past weekend, we learned of the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She was a Supreme Court Justice nominated by Donald Trump. Nominated by Bill Clinton back in, 1993? And so she's been on the bench for 27 years. You know, she was 86, 87 years old.
Second woman to the Supreme Court.
Yes, she was 87, and you know, she was holding on. She was hoping that Hillary Clinton won the election. I knew she didn't say it, but basically that's why she didn't step down, because she did not want to give Donald Trump another Republican seat in the Supreme Court. And basically what he wants to do is hire younger judges so they can be there for a lifetime appointment. So you're talking 30, 40 years on the bench. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg was nominated at 60 years old, but you know, now they're starting to go younger, like in the late 40s, early 50s. But she has been a champion for women for so many years. She's had many documentaries put out for her. She's recently been known as Notorious RBG. She has this, it was this HBO documentary. Why can't I remember the name? But when I was watching, HBO Films, and you know, CNN.
That was the name of it.
What? Oh yeah, RBG. Damn. But I thought it was another name besides just RBG. But when you sit there and you watch it,
I still have not watched it, and the crazy thing is, I've been told how good it is.
Yes.
I just have not sat down and watched it.
Yeah, I watched it maybe like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, because it came out, like maybe a year or 2 years ago,
It was really good, and I learned about her and how she was this champion for women, how she fought for women just to be seen, just to be heard, even getting in the courts. Like, she wasn't even being respected as a lawyer. So this woman,
and also she fought for women so that if they got pregnant at work, they wouldn't be fired for getting pregnant.
Right.
She did a lot. Like, I don't think people realize that on Friday we lost an icon on the Supreme Court. You know what I mean? Like, when Thurgood Marshall died in the early 90s, you know, he was the first African American on the Supreme Court. You know, that was an icon. When you lose somebody like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who fought for years, even before she even got on the Supreme Court, who fought for years and years and years, mostly for women's rights, but just for people's rights in general. You know what I mean? When you lose somebody like that, you know, that should be recognized, because it's not every day you see. I mean, how many people can you actually name from the Supreme Court? How many of the justices can you name?
I can. Well, you already named Thurgood, but let's see if I'm good at it.
No.
Oh.
Well, no.
Oh, I'm about to say, let's see how good I am.
I mean, current, not who used to be on the Supreme Court. I mean, current Supreme Court members. A lot of people can't name them. You know what I mean? A lot of people can't name them.
Because you don't see them every day.
Right.
Not unless you into politics.
Right. But somebody like her, we knew who she was. And like you said, the documentary that came out, and for people who may not have known, it introduced you to her to where you were intrigued and like, wow, this really, you know. And then for her to be the second woman appointed to the Supreme Court, which, by the way, Sandra Day O'Connor, who was the first, she's actually still living. She's like 90 years old, but she's been out of, because she's now suffering from dementia, so she's been out of the public for some years now, because, you know, when you got that dementia, the family don't want you out there because you don't remember much anymore. But she's still living. But for that to happen, it's like, that should definitely be recognized, because it's like you don't see too many icons like her, you know. And we all know she was really trying to hold on as long as she could until
the end of this election, at least, until Joe Biden's nomination.
If he wins, if he wins, God willing. But
yeah, I mean, and that's a big if. But the Supreme Court was definitely one of those big issues that was a talking point for us and for many, because when you're voting, you're not just voting for an election. You're also voting with the courts and the Supreme Courts and federal judges and all kinds of things. It goes deeper than just putting a president in office. And this is something that we've been trying to get so many people to realize. And now that we have a death at the Supreme Court.
In 4 years. Because remember, the last justice was Anthony Scalia, who died in 2016.
At the end of the third year of Obama's term.
Yeah.
And the Republicans didn't want Barack Obama to pick a Supreme Court justice because this was his last year, and they felt that the American people should decide. But however, presidents pick who they nominate to the Supreme Court, and then the Senate, they have a vote on it. Well,
they have a
hearing, and then they have a vote and get to know, drill the fuck out of the Supreme Court justice, and then
which they should be grilled, because it's like, and not just conservative justice, but both liberal and, because this is a lifetime appointment. This isn't every 4 years or every 8 years. This is, you're on that bench for life.
Yes.
So there's a lot of cases that come before the Supreme Court that the Supreme Court has to vote on if they take it up. Because a lot of the cases, they try to send to the Supreme Court and they say, well, no, this ain't something that, the lower courts can handle this.
Right.
But it's something serious. And it's so funny because Joe Biden has been saying for the longest that if he does become president and a seat does become vacant, that he would nominate a black woman. And it's so funny because now I'm hearing that Trump may nominate a woman, not a black woman.
A white woman, of course. He never put a black woman.
Heck. No. He's not. Come on. It's so important to vote. And it's so funny because in 2016, I got to remember where I posted it. I think I posted it on Facebook too. But I remember posting on 2016 that the election is not just about president, like you said. It's about the Supreme Court as well. And sure enough, here we are back again 4 years later in 2020,
it's
talking
crazy
about the Supreme Court.
Yeah, and basically what we have seen is how hypocritical Republicans have been. But we knew that already.
Yes.
They always do things that suits them, and then when you call them out on it, they always try to find another way to cover it up to make it.
Now it's about Brett Kavanaugh. Because the way Democrats treated First of all, the way that these news outlets have been playing what Lindsey Graham said back in 2016 about, and now he's totally
switching. And you know what, Jamie Harrison, who's running in South Carolina, you need to pull those ads, put them ads together.
Right.
And you know who else is missing? All of a sudden he's got all this money. Where's Michael Bloomberg and his PACs and all of these commercials that he said he was going to buy? He's been dead solid, and we're less than, 40 days? Almost 40?
Like 47, 46
yeah,
days.
He's somewhere, and I haven't seen anything.
Well, he's supposed to have had sent a lot of money down there in Florida. But my whole thing is, when I saw that last week, that he spent like over $100 million in Florida, I said to myself, we already know how Florida's going to turn. It's not going to go blue. Okay, those people have been voting for...
Might could get some... It's been like
it's been some years now.
Yeah, but they could win it because Obama won it in 2012. So we talking about 2016, and they've been having Republican governors. But that's because people only vote during presidential elections. But we really need. It's very important that people get out there and vote. And I was thinking about in school, we learn about the judges in the Supreme Court and presidents and electoral college, but they really don't teach you about why it's important to vote every year and why voting for federal and local is important. You don't really hear about it too much, and you always hear people say they vote don't count. And let me tell you why your vote don't count. Because they count on you not to vote.
Because they count on you not to vote. That's why your vote doesn't
count. And why you think they're trying so hard? If your vote didn't matter, if your vote didn't count, why do they make it so hard for you to vote? Why do they keep changing polling places? Why do they keep giving you broken machines? Why do you have to wait in long, long lines just to put in a simple vote? Why there should be X amount in polls to the X amount of people that live in your neighborhood. Shouldn't take all day to vote. When I get up to vote, it takes me a minute. Walk around that corner, I can get up whenever, and I can go vote. I know I don't have to wait in a long line just to vote. And it should be that way for many Americans all around the United States. Now, they're saying, okay, we have a virus that we're dealing with during this pandemic. Okay, well, people can mail in their ballots. They don't want you to mail in your ballots because they know that Democrats will win. Hillary Clinton had 3 million votes more than Donald Trump. However, the way the electoral college is set up, she did not win. He played by winning the electoral college. Hillary didn't. Hillary was too dependent on states that they thought they had in the bag. There were states she didn't even visit, and that plays a lot into people. And Donald Trump won some of those states by only 20,000 votes, 10,000, 15,000 votes. However, it was enough points that he needed to win. Now, he may lie and say he had a more historical win, but he hasn't. His number wasn't even higher than Obama's numbers for an electoral college. So sit down with that.
Right.
But this important is very important that you get out there and vote. And if you're not sure who to vote for, there are many places where you could go to learn about the candidates. Where you can register, and I encourage you all to check to make sure you are still registered to vote, to make sure that you are not on any list purged where you're purged because you didn't vote, so they took your name off, or you might not have filled something out right and then they say you can't vote. It's very important that you get your ass out and vote. Nobody can afford to stay home on November 3rd, 2020. If you can get your ballot in early, do that. I would say I wouldn't mail in my ballot. I would take it to a local county office where you know for sure that it will be there and your vote will be counted. Because you putting it through the mail, you risk it being lost, and we don't have time for that. And the impact of RBG, I hope many people, many men and women, might want to step up and become judges and, maybe help change a few things. It's a very important loss. It's a crushing blow, definitely to the Democrats. Now, I don't know what they're going to do because the president has the power. He has the Senate.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really nothing you can do. The Democrats are going to try to, fight it, but it's really nothing they can do. Well, it's going to be a whole shit show of war of words for the next couple of weeks, for the next month. you know, Mitch McConnell, I was thinking about this last night when I was at work. Mitch McConnell no longer, well, I can't even say no longer. He is not about the people. He is about himself, his power for the Republican Party. That's it. That man don't care nothing about no American people. He don't care nothing about no constituents where he lives because they keep voting him in. He doesn't care about that. He cares about his power in the Senate. He cares about the Republican Party, and he cares about making sure that the Supreme Court is full of conservative judges, or majority conservative judges, which it is. He could care less about anything else. I mean, this man has been, a senator for damn near 30-something years. He doesn't care about any of that stuff that people are talking about being hypocrites and stuff. He don't care about that. And Lindsey Graham, he needs to shut the fuck up because they got so much stuff on him, and then they have audio of him saying one thing, and a few years later he's saying another thing. When he was running for president in 2016, he had so much negative things to say about Trump, and now he's just one of Trump's lapdogs. Yeah. It's like these people are horrible.
Have something heavy on him. And most likely it's him and his little dates. They set up my boy Andrew Gillum, but we'll get on to him because I got a segment on him. But not just him, but Miss LisaRaye. You know what? That Fox Soul, they be having some good topics. Like for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they be talking real good shit.
What's Fox Soul?
Fox Soul.
Fox Soul.
It's a network. You know, they be trying to aim towards the black people. Mm-hmm. I know Claudia Jordan hosts the show. And they be showing the Q with QDZ and stuff like that. He don't go by QDZ no more because that ain't his TV name. It's just what's it, Quincy? Anyway, you know, yeah.
Excuse me.
They got something heavy on Lindsey Graham, and that's why he is now such a big ass kisser towards Donald Trump.
Somebody should ask him that one day.
Yeah.
Like, Lindsey Graham, I have a question for you. And I just need a straight answer. What is it that Donald Trump has on you that you've become his lapdog? Because there's something that he has on you.
You turned on your friend, John McCain, for Donald Trump.
Right.
He done rolled up his grave so many times. He stopped. He done stopped.
He done stopped rolling, yeah.
He been stopped rolling. You know, it's just...
John McCain said, I do not want that man at my funeral.
Right. And he wasn't. All the other presidents there, he wasn't. I think he had president. Yeah, he had, and they spoke. And they spoke.
Well, he had two of them speak. He had the two presidents who beat him, and both presidential elections speak. Give eulogies. Yeah. Obama and Bush. That's who he personally handpicked. Because Obama, they both came out and said that John McCain had called them months earlier before he died, saying that this is how I got you on the program speaking my funeral when the time comes. And they came and they spoke.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, you know, with Bush, we went to war, and we've been at war ever since. But it's nothing in comparison to what the presidency that we've dealt with in 4 years with Donald Trump this century. When it comes to Republican presidents, I don't remember a lot of hypocrisy.
Bush was a fool in many ways, but Bush did not handle himself like Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You didn't like Bush. You didn't like his policies. You didn't like that he was just goofy. But never in a million years would you have imagined Bush getting on TV and saying and doing the things that Donald Trump does. Right. It's almost like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is this really for real? Like, hello? And then when you see Bush at certain events nowadays, you be like, damn, I miss him. I miss seeing him. Because this fool is like, what the fuck?
And then when you see him with Michelle Obama, you wonder what's going to happen next. What's the next viral moment between them two?
Between them two, right.
They got candy, they hugging, they laughing, smiling, child. You know, he probably do have a charm to him. Right. That's why she gets excited when she sees him. Right. But there was no laughing matter in 2001 when we went through what we went through. Can't even say what it went through because we're in this video. Right. But definitely times have changed and we have moved on. And, you know, I know a lot of people think that, racism is dead. It's and it's alive. I mean, it's alive and kicking. Alive and well.
From my lips to your ears, Donald Trump base is bigger and stronger than what it was in 2016. It is 10 times bigger and stronger. Why? Because of all the things that we've gone through since he was inaugurated in 2017. We've had
Let me see if I can answer this. Go ahead.
we've had the race situation with Black Lives Matter. We've had police, killing unarmed black people for the past 3-4 years. I mean, in these 3 or 4 years, and Donald Trump just blatantly brushing it off. I mean, we've had so much. And then his supporters have blatantly come out and they have shown you that they don't really care about no black lives. Mm-hmm. It is so important that we get out there and vote on November 3rd. Like, I don't even know how much we can stress this enough that it's so important to get out there. Please do not listen to these people online who are telling you, oh, well, this. Don't listen. Even some of these celebrities who are painting this picture, oh, well, like T.I. posted the other day something like, he posted something where it was like 2 evil people, and I think from a movie, and it was just like, well, I had to pick one. Yeah, yes. I was just like, come on, T.I. Like, you're not doing this. You're not doing us. You're doing a disservice than you are a service by posting shit like that. Like, it's just like people like him. They don't use their platform for the good all the time. Sometimes T.I. does good, but then when you do stuff like that, it's like, come on. We're trying to get this man out of office, and y'all are sitting there putting this out there 40-something days before the election. Right. You know what I mean? You got people who will see stuff like that and be like, well, you know what? He's right. I ain't voting. It's like, come on. Like, it's
You know what's another sad thing? That only like 20% of sports stars are registered to vote.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but everybody wants you to get on your knee and talk about Breonna Taylor. Like, yeah, all that's good that you out here protesting, but you need to be protesting at the ballots.
Yeah, like, and it's...
Oh, it's so fucking stupid to me.
Somebody said that they recently registered... Oh, it was a singer. But I agree with you because I don't understand how they are so... trying to get, but it's like, don't you realize that the system, like for instance, prime example, in Kentucky was where Breonna Taylor was killed, right? The attorney general, the black attorney general. If you got people out there who were registered to vote, or whatever the case may be, somebody like him may not have been able to even get into office. But you got some sports stars out there who are a champion for black lives, as they should be, but then they don't vote. It's so crazy you said that, Kevin. Oh my God. So maybe this was probably like 2-3 weeks ago. I was watching CNN, and it was early in the morning, and they were talking to this sports basketball player who's not from the United States. He wasn't born here. And they were talking to him about Black Lives Matter and how he was, support of it, whatever the case may be. I wish I knew this man's name. And he was in support of it. And he said, and they asked him about voting, and he said, it bothers me that some of my players are not registered. He said, because if I was from this country and if I could, I would register to vote. He said, but I can't because I'm not from this country and I have not become a legal citizen yet. And I'm thinking to myself, he's absolutely right. Mm-hmm. You got all these people who were born in this country, who have the ability to go out and vote, but they don't vote. But then they're yelling Black Lives Matter. Well, get out there and vote so we can vote these type of people out so that Black lives can matter in the judicial system.
The problem because y'all don't vote.
They don't vote.
You too rich to go vote. You too rich to get out of the wait in line, or maybe just go to.
And they got an even bigger advantage because they can mail in their ballots.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Ballots.
It's crazy. Shout out to LeBron James though, because he's been doing his part.
Yeah.
Shout out to him and other players out there who've been doing their part.
But they need to do it heavy.
These young guys out there, it's like. Yeah, it's like a lot of them really are just focused on playing ball and making money. Because it's like, how are you 27 years old, you're not registered to vote?
And then they want to get out there and get pregnant and make babies all over and do stupid shit. Why don't y'all get out there and vote? How about y'all get together and do a PSA and tell people to vote?
By the time I was 18, I was registered to vote.
It should be all over ESPN and TNT and all them other sport networks where you know the black people will be. It's important to tell people to vote. And I shouldn't have went off like that.
No, you should have, because I'm about to post this on. I'm about to post this on Facebook. So when you see me typing, that's what I'm typing.
Talking about all this, you don't like it, y'all want to kneel, but y'all don't vote. Come on. If you don't vote, you don't have a voice. Nothing what you say matters, because you stay at home. You stay the fuck at home. It be making me mad though. It really make me mad when stuff like this goes on. You know, everybody got something to say, but you don't vote. But you worrying about who's in the office. Yeah, Donald Trump got in because people like you didn't vote, or enough of people like us didn't vote. Because people want to be voting for Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse and all that shit. Come on. Oh my God. Elections have consequences. So when things like abortion get put on the table and you have 5 Republicans there and they vote to overturn Roe v. Wade and make abortions illegal, then what? What if they just say, okay, well, you can't even get married to who you want anymore. You have no rights, you have no protections, you have no say-so. Or we're going to overturn gay marriage. Your family may treat you like shit and you marry someone who you love, and then all of a sudden those rights are taken away, and here go your family. Take all of your shit, leaving the one who loved you the most with nothing. That's some fucked up shit to think about. But it had happened in the past when you didn't have those rights. But now you have those rights, and you can, you know, leave things to whoever. Like, we got to think about all of the things. Like, we have progressed so much in 8 years with Barack Obama. And then you had somebody like Donald Trump just come and dismantle everything that Barack Obama did. He dismantled everything. So Michelle Obama got the right to say, yeah, I was disappointed in my people. I was upset. Right. I was fucking upset. That's what I would have said. I was fucking upset that they didn't vote. After all we've done, as much as we fought for everybody, especially when it came to Obamacare and people with pre-existing conditions. Here go Donald Trump again, trying to take that away. And guess what? They have no fucking plans. All they want to do is get rid of it because Barack Obama put it in place. He made it the land of the law. So now let's get rid of it, but let's not have no plan. Oh, you're from out of the country. And your people brought you here. We got to get rid of all of them. Let's send them back to where they can be shot and killed, wherever they came from, wherever their family ran away from. Oh, let's send them back there. Why? All them people that came here, that left their country when people was killing them, we welcome them in here. Why we can't welcome people here in our own country? We welcome them here. Everybody that came with the Staten Island, from overseas on the boat, everybody that came over here. Now you got people saying, oh, well, you can't come here. You need to go back where you come from. Those people didn't tell your family that immigrated here to go back where they came from. Ain't nobody do that to your family. Now black people, we didn't ask to come here. We were bought and sold and sent here. We didn't ask to fucking come here. Your people had the right to choose to come here. And that's exactly what they did. They chose to come here. For those who are watching that's white, y'all chose to come here. Then you say, oh, well, America is the best place. Yeah, it's the best place because we can say what we want. We can do what we want. Basically, only thing you can't do is go around trying to kill people. But basically, you have freedom to say and do what you want. Except for say fire in the movie theater. Right. But other than that, you know, come on. I'm sorry I'm getting worked up, but this shit, like, it's become like the routine and a normal thing for me to talk about. And, like, it just makes me mad that some people just don't get it. Right. Like, you say, oh, well, I'm just not going to vote. I'm just going to vote for the Green Party. Why? If you think shit is worse now, just imagine if you got 4 more years of Donald Trump. Right. And all the corruption he's doing, stealing American money and putting it all into Trump businesses. Because what's going to happen is, it's going to continue to happen whether it's a Democrat or a Republican president. It's going to continue to happen. But what's going to happen is more black lives are going to be lost at the hands of police officers. And we're going to have a president for the next 4 years, if he wins, just blatantly getting on television and defending the white folks. And defending the cops. And then his base is going to be out there defending the cops. And then we're just going to be stuck
crying Black Lives Matter with no type of support at all, because it's just going to be like, well,
you know what? We need to go beyond Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
You remember when the white people got mad and they had their tea party?
Oh yes, remember that?
Okay. And you know that they ran for office.
And they won.
Yes.
They won.
That's what we need to do. We need to stop saying Black Lives. I mean, we can still say it.
But remember,
get in office.
But
put
remember,
people in there that can make
that's
change.
a full circle, because you started off by saying many of us are not educated, and we weren't educated, and that's why a lot of them don't do it, because they're not educated in the political system. You started off by saying we weren't taught this in school, and it's true.
And you know what though? When Barack Obama left, he said, you know what?
We need more of us in the office. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
That was like one of his final speeches towards us.
Yep.
When he left.
Mm-hmm.
Run.
Yep.
Run. You know, I don't think I could run for office, but you know,
we have so
many people that can.
Yep.
Yes. So many people that can. But you never know if you don't try. You know what? I've been pretty good at saying I can't do it or pushing things back, and then when I get in there or I finally do it, it ain't so hard. And you know what? I said that to one of my new coworkers. I said, things are not as hard as you probably think they are.
Mm-hmm.
When you scared to do things, that's when you should really do them. And then I just went, it's like I held back on a lot of stuff in my life. And then when I finally did them, I was so mad at myself, because I'm like, what the fuck was I afraid of?
Mm-hmm.
Just go ahead and do it. Take a chance. Like, do it. Like, only thing you can do is say, I tried or I failed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I couldn't believe I gave that advice out. But I just had to, because I didn't want to see her just looking all sad and all that stuff. Right. See, I'm a good coworker. You know, I'm a great coworker. But anyway, I'm just tired of this shit. But the election is very important. If you're going to get a mail-in ballot, please hurry up and get it in and get it out. Take it to an elected office. What do they call it? An elected county or something?
The county court.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Take it to where you know that it don't need to be postmarked and all that shit. Drop it off. Just drop it off. Last night was the Emmy Awards. It was social distance, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel, who disappeared for a couple months. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I like the fact that it was social distance, that they found ways to be creative with, I guess, having people on the set if they won the Emmy and, you know, pass it off. Some people had to do like recorded speeches for if they did win, because you know it's live. Mm-hmm. But it was good. Schitt's Creek won 7 Emmy Awards. They cleaned up in the comedy category. Now listen, I love Schitt's Creek. Like when I watched it, basically they were rich people who lost everything, their house and everything. But it's funny, and I would say that when you watch it, you learn something in every episode that applies to real life.
Catherine O'Hara is a great comedic actress. Mm-hmm. I love her,
and that's how she started out in comedy in Canada. They had like their own version of SNL. I believe they call it the SCTV.
Yeah, she's great. Mm-hmm. For those of you that don't know the name, you know the face. She was the mom on Home Alone. That's Catherine O'Hara. And all these years later, she's still acting, and she won an Emmy, didn't she?
Yeah. Everybody won. Everybody. Clean sweep last night. Everybody won. And I just find it weird, though, that y'all give out this show all this awards when the show is now over with.
Right. That's what they do. Right?
Yes.
They do that.
I hate when they do that shit.
They do that.
Because I feel like, all right, if the show was that good, y'all would have been giving them all of that years ago.
But then you got a show like Greenleaf where Lady Mae don't get nothing.
Right, nothing.
Lynn Winfield deserved every Emmy nomination
and Best Drama
for all them years that she was on Greenleaf.
Yes.
And for her not to be nominated, none of the years.
I don't even think OWN ever got a nomination.
Even if you ain't even nominated the show, her alone.
Has OWN ever got an Emmy nomination for anything? I don't think so.
Who knows?
Who can you Google that?
No.
OWN Network Emmys.
OWN Network Emmys.
I don't think they've gotten any. Now, you know, I wouldn't nominate Tyler's work, but definitely like Queen Sugar and
no, they don't say anything.
Yeah, no, they never got one.
It's just
Queen Sugar and Greenleaf, and I watched all of Greenleaf, and You know, they went through all that drama just to get everything back in the end.
Who?
I shouldn't have. I spoiled it.
Who?
But Greenleaf.
Oh.
Like, but they lost their father. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They went through all. I mean, 5 years of drama just to get the church back. But sometimes that's how life is. You got to go through all those twists and turns and jumps and losses and get right back on your feet. And that's all they can do now is keep it moving with the church. They've been tested. Like, it was everything. I love this band. I still don't care for the son too much.
Yeah.
But I did like
or Charity.
Yeah. And Charity, she came around.
I can't stand her.
But the dark skinned guy that she was doing the stuff with in the church and stuff, I think they would have made a good couple. But they left some things unfixed, like with her and Kevin, Charity and Kevin. Like, where was Kevin the whole season? He wasn't on there.
Well, he left.
Yeah, but you still...
Because he was gay.
He got
and
a
they ain't
son.
want nothing to do with him. None of them wanted anything to do with him. I mean, I'm not going to say none of them. But
mind you, Grace's brother is gay too.
Yeah, but they didn't know that was her brother.
Right, I know, right?
He was a family friend.
That show, man, I cried. When
Kevin tried it, though, when he was sneaking with them men on them apps. He tried it.
But that's how it would be. I cried when Bishop Greenleaf died. It was sad to see him writing and all of that stuff. And you know, I was mad because he had the same birthday as my mom. And then the death date was May 21st, which is close to my mom's because it was May 12th, 2020. I was like, oh, okay, I see what the fuck y'all doing. You know. But let me say, I know y'all had nothing to do with that. But it was just like, it was just eerie watching that. But it was really good. I enjoyed Greenleaf. I enjoyed Queen Sugar because I watched that in all of like a day or two. And David Makes Man. HBO, OWN be having all the good shows, but Oprah Network don't get no love from these besides the NAACP. That's it. I mean, it's good to get the NAACP, but I mean,
you want to be recognized by everybody.
Yes.
And Tyler Perry got the Governor's Award.
Yes.
Because when I saw that, I said, wait, Tyler Perry won an Emmy? And then I had to go Google, like, what did Tyler Perry? And then I said, oh, he got the Governor's Award.
His speech was about a quilt that his grandmother gave him that he didn't take appreciation to. And he basically tied that into how our whole lives are quilts and what we do with our lives and things like that. It was really good. But I thought that he was going to steal something from Family Matters. Do you remember the episode back in the day where Laura's grandmother had a quilt? And they was going to do a yard sale or whatever because Laura was trying to get this VCR. And
mind you, a VCR.
Yes, back in child. and Mama Winslow was like, you can sell anything, but you can't sell this quilt. The white lady come in there. Oh, I want this quilt. I'll give you $250 for it. Put it in her museum. Grandma Winslow said that's when Laura showed her ass whooped. Okay, but then the mother started talking about how it was passed down from like every mother from each generation. They put something towards the quilt, and I thought that Tyler was about to steal one of those something from that show, but he didn't. You know, barricade situation ended in North Philly, Lord. From this morning, we didn't know nothing about this. Remember the last time we had a barricade situation?
That lasted a long time.
Bitch. Everybody's up 15 for Erie. It was just
including me.
Yeah, what it look like now?
Oh, I don't know. I was up there that day.
I know. You looking me a noose.
Okay. hoping I heard a gunshot so I can say, oh my God.
Them people on TV. I'm like, can y'all please stop this? You know, damn. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, Tyler Perry, I liked his speech. But I'm glad he didn't plagiarize his speech because I was about to say, you know. But, you know, Tyler Perry's been getting the business lately from a lot of people that he's shooting all his shows like 20 episodes in 2-3 days, you know. But people like that. They like work. They do. They trends. I mean.
Right. I couldn't dare watch something that was shot in 2 days. 20 episodes shot in 2 days.
Yeah, I'm probably exaggerating, but you know, it's close to
you're
not. And I heard Tyler be feeding them their lines and stuff so they can get on with it because
he needs to shoot it in 2 days.
Been trying to get it done. He got everybody living in a bubble on the studio set. So he's doing the thing. He done stole one of the people from divorce court. The bailiff is on one of the shows, but he probably was out there to be an actor anyway. Mm-hmm. And divorce court is taped on Tyler Perry Studios.
Of course. It's a show. Mm-hmm. Comedy show.
But I don't like that judge on there, the new judge. Judge Faith. I don't like her. I think she's too young to be a judge on that show.
I can't wait till this pandemic is over because I refuse to watch the People's Court.
They got TVs?
It's virtual and I don't like it. I watched 2 episodes.
Oh, they got people on
well, she's at her house and they got a big screen sitting up there and then they got 2 screens with the people in their homes. So it's like a mess.
But I mean, it's the way. It's the new way for at least 2021.
I just don't like it at all.
2021
I refuse to watch it. Like I'll watch it.
I want to see how they do the attorney court.
It's like, nah, I'm not doing this.
What about the 3 judges? Let me see what they do. Oh, it's off. It's 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. Anyway, yeah, what are we talking about? Yeah, so Zendaya won an Emmy Awards. Shit Creek won 7. Regina King won for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited Series. Yahya Mateen won, I believe, for Supporting Actor in the Lead Series. Zendaya won Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama, the youngest to ever win, the second black woman to win after Viola Davis. Succession won Best TV Drama.
Wait, she's the second black actress to win an Emmy in a lead role for a TV show?
For drama.
Drama TV show.
Drama. Because I know Claire Huxtable was
comedy.
She's the first one.
No, she wasn't.
Oh no, who was it?
Isabel Sanford from the Jeffries.
Oh right, you are so right. You are so right.
I know.
You are so right.
I know my black history. Isabel Sanford.
Anyway, she won.
But you think 70-something years and only 2 black women have. Well, look at the Oscars. Only 1 black woman has won an Oscar for Best Actress.
Yeah, you have to wait 20 damn years for that. And you better not say nothing about her being white. We won't have to wait another 10, 20 years. Because I don't like the new way they got this the Oscar set up with diversity and all of that. I don't like
Somebody else complained about that recently, a celebrity.
And they tore her up. Kirstie Alley.
No, it wasn't a woman that I'm talking about. It was
a black person?
No, it was a white guy. The guy, the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Yeah, him. Mm-hmm. He complained about it too, and he said he didn't like the way it was. It's
sick. Not sickening, but I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Period. Point blank period. So Miss LisaRaye was on she was on show. She was on Claudia Jordan's show that comes on Fox Soul. And there was Selena Johnson and Vivica Fox who recently tested positive. Get well, Vivica. Mind you, they was doing tests because she was supposed to host one on the red carpet. Her and Juliana Rancic has it. So they couldn't work yesterday. Of course. But we wish them well. Yeah, so they were on Fox Soul. They were doing they were talking about.
I like that color tie. Sorry.
On Trump.
Mm-hmm. I love that color red.
Yeah, I'm about to
it's like an orange red. Oh, it's beautiful, and it's like a satin. Oh.
So they was talking about Andrew Gillum. Now the thing was, he was court and he was with the man and all of that stuff. And who had something to say? Out of all 4, who went in the most? LisaRaye. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm tired of these bisexual men. Y'all need to start outing them and all this and that. And I was really upset by what I was hearing because I noticed when you find out that a man is bisexual, he's really gay. Mm-hmm. Like, won't you just say that you gay? I don't believe that he's bisexual. I just think that he's gay. His dick getting hard somewhere if you got 3 babies by this woman. Okay? That takes a lot of fucking, because there's some gay men you sit in their lap and they won't rise for nothing.
That's true.
So something's going on.
That's true.
And there ain't no alcohol involved.
Right. That's true.
Don't give me that. And I'm just tired. Like, you hear people can't be bisexual. That's a lie. There are men that can be bisexual, women can be bisexual. If you go both ways, you go both ways. You can't tell people, you got to choose one sex, because some people are attracted to both. And you might say, you can't have your cake and eat it too, but damn it, why can't you? Because when you get a birthday cake, if I bought you a birthday cake, it's for you. What you going to do with that cake? You going to just let it sit there? You're going to blow the candles out and you're going to eat that motherfucker.
I heard Nina.
Yeah, so what? I hear it too. Thank God she's not that loud. And did you know if the air conditioner's on? You can barely hear it.
Yeah, I can feel it though.
Yeah, that's that little feature on there, you know. But yeah, so I just feel like men, especially black men, catch it the most when it comes to them being bisexual, because when you hear about a woman, you don't hear nobody complaining. Don't none of these men come out and say anything wrong. Nobody got on Lisa Nash's case. Everybody showed love. It was nothing but love and support, and you know, ain't nobody say, oh, she just a lesbian. Oh, she a lesbian. She's a child. She's a... Ain't nobody do that. But Andrew Gillum got caught up in his thing. Got to let that man date rape drug him, because that's what I think happened. And they took pictures. And they got his ass. They set him up. Whoever wanted to, they set him up, because whoever sold them pictures, they got paid. So they got him. You know, they set him up. But I'm tired of women like LisaRaye, and I'm tired of women.
I'm tired of men like Andrew Gillum who like sleeping with white men.
Yeah,
stop sleeping with them, and they won't set you up.
Yeah, because
how about that?
Sleep with me, and I would never tell.
How about that?
Bitch, you can fly.
He knew what he was doing, and he looks like the type that likes white men.
But you can tell. Yes, Mikhail.
Looks like that type.
You can tell.
He don't look like he likes black men at all.
You can
so
tell.
Yes, they are going to set you up, and that's what they did.
Like outside
so I don't feel sorry for him at all.
No, I feel sorry for him.
I don't.
Because that shouldn't happen to nobody. You wouldn't want nobody.
I wouldn't want nobody to know. I wouldn't.
You know,
however, we have been on this earth. We've been on this earth long enough to know, and we were told for a long time, leave them alone.
Well, yeah.
When it comes to certain
everybody's not
leave them alone. No, they're not.
Yeah.
So you think they wasn't going to set his ass up? You know. And he's a politician too.
Mm-hmm. Should have been. You should. If he never passed out for them drinks before, what was in that drink? I don't believe he was. We would have been heard about this. Him being a drug because they drugged him. It was in that drink, and he couldn't. His body.
He didn't tell us that they drugged him.
Yeah,
he didn't tell us that they drugged him. He didn't tell us that they drugged him because he knew he was in there.
But you know what? You know what he said? He said, "Bitch, I don't know what happened." Okay, and if that's the story,
better say,
stick to it.
That's right. Because if you say what really happened, then the real truth is gonna come out. That you be in there.
We just have a difference of opinion on that.
Okay.
And if he was a functioning one.
Okay, well, a lot of them are. No. Hello? Look at Ozzy Osbourne.
Sure. But you could tell, no.
Look at Whitney Houston.
Look, when we do drugs, it tears us down. Like, you got to be on the heavy stuff, because, I mean, it tears you down. You can tell when other people, you know, you can tell.
Let me tell you something. Whitney Houston was very functional. Did you see the preacher's wife?
Yes, yes. She was.
Did you see Ray Cornell?
She told me
she was very functional.
Yeah. We are. But I never thought. But you know what? And he don't go to jail if you did do drugs. So I mean,
but who wants that on your record of being somebody who's snorting coke?
I would rather say, you know what? I get fucked up drinking. I would never say.
He didn't even say that, did he?
No. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, he said he get fucked. Oh yeah, that's right. You did say that. Yeah. Because then he said his father and all that.
But yeah, but LisaRaye, you know, it's okay to be upset. But you know what? You know what? In 2020, it's important to ask these men these things. Are you bi?
Don't you think there's a lot of these men, especially
they're not going to admit it. They're not going to admit it. Now, put it on the table.
Now, I will say that while I don't necessarily agree with maybe how she said it, I can understand where she's coming from, because you want to give women this opportunity to say, well, if I want to deal with somebody, that's just like we had a conversation a long time ago where we said that if you are somebody who has HIV, you should let somebody know, because you should let them know if they want to continue on with this relationship.
And you should.
So if you are bisexual, let me know. So then this way I can say, all right, if I want to continue on, because you never know. I might like to be a little kinky too.
Right.
I might want to see a man peg you in the butt. Who knows?
Yeah.
Remember that couple?
I was like, yes.
Remember that couple?
Yeah.
He's not wearing no more.
I know, because she was a bitch.
Yeah, she beating him up. Yeah. She was beating him up.
He was a big ass strong. See, but here we go. Here I go.
Because remember you did say that a woman can't beat a man up.
Well,
you did say that. And she was whooping his ass.
Well,
because he didn't want to hit her back. Yeah, but he didn't want to hit her back. Because imagine if he hit her back. He would have been the villain.
The narrative, yeah.
And guess what? She beat him up and she still ain't become the villain. Nope. You don't hear no more about it.
Nope. All you know is that I enjoyed those videos.
Yep. She was getting him good.
All the way.
And somebody asked him one day on his Instagram in the comments, does your new girlfriend fuck you? And he didn't respond back.
I'm clocking out. But you know, he has a nice body. And when she was shaving, I said, oh my God. Like, that is love. For somebody
to bend you over
and shave it. Look, no. Because it's not common. You don't see stuff like this.
That was a different couple.
But
that was a different relationship.
It's beautiful. Like it was
listen.
the body, like like everything is beautiful.
Well, both of them had a beautiful body.
Right.
Both of them had, her and him. They both complemented each other.
Yes.
And it worked well. That's why I do agree with LisaRaye in the sense that you should be able to let somebody know. Now, again, like we both said, not every man is going to feel comfortable saying that.
Right.
But
I think you should.
Give because some women may be into that. Mm-hmm. Like that woman that we're talking about, she was into it. She was into strapping the dildo.
And I was into watching it. Shut up. Oh, you want to? But yeah. But I liked it. I liked it.
And he was into taking it.
Right. Yes, I liked it.
So, and can you imagine how many other men who are out there
want to do stuff like
but they're not open enough to say it,
and they can't sexually explore how they really want to
feel.
Do things.
Right.
Like, come on. Like, I like being a free spirit.
That's why I say when I say about these guys, and I be telling these females, it's not that I'm saying it to bash anybody. It's just that it's the reality, and a lot of these females seem to be naive to the reality.
Yes, especially
that's not my boyfriend. Because remember, I told you there's this guy here and. Yes. I mean, he wasn't doing anything with a man as far as I know, but he was doing this all for this female. Mm-hmm. And then she turned around and exposed him because he was doing all this for her, whatever the case may be. But you got some guys out there who are into that stuff.
Yes. It's just, and what they do, they make you feel guilty or ashamed for liking what you like sexually. Or it's just, but sometimes it just gets people off. And I say, question people, talk about them. You won't hear most men say, you don't really hear, like, do you ask the girl if she's bisexual or whatever. But I think that you should have those conversations, especially in 2020. Mm-hmm. Especially where HIV isn't going anywhere. Mm-hmm. And, when black gay men have so many high rates of it because there's so many people of our race getting down on a DL and they're passing it on to their wives. Mm-hmm. And that's not cool. Mm-hmm. That's why it's important. And most of the people probably don't even know that they're passing it on until she gets tested and find out what the fuck is going on. Mm-hmm. It's important that everyone get tested. That even if you are HIV positive, that you give someone the opportunity to date you and choose. First of all, with all of these drugs, there is ways to be undetectable, unpassable, and so much. Yep. But a lot of people still have that shame of saying, "This is who I am." You don't have to. Technically, you don't have to tell. But if you are going to be having sex with them, you need to tell. You need to say something because you can go to jail most places.
Yeah, you can.
You pass it on. You can. You're not saying nothing.
Because that's vehicular homicide. No, that's with vehicle.
Yeah, but give me a chance. Give me a chance to say if I want to do it or not. And I have been given an opportunity.
Oh yeah.
And I still went about it. But that's me. But I was glad that I was respected enough.
You got tested, right?
Of course. Okay, stop it. Stop it. But I was given the chance to say yes or no.
Right.
Like, it's important for people.
See, for me, it's like a little scary because it's like, I don't know, like, how do you go? Because it's so nowadays, it's like, you don't want to, because I'm freaky.
That's what I'm about to say.
I like to be freaky. And if I can't be freaky with you, because in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, Come here.
No, I want to see my room like this.
She already seen that. Would you sleep with a man if he was openly bisexual? Well, you probably have slept with one. But would you sleep with a man who was openly bisexual?
Nope.
Okay. You probably have, and I think you did because I think I saw you with this guy once that I probably slept with. But that's alright. I'll tell you about it when we turn the cameras off.
Just close my door, thank you. That's what working 58 hours do. That's why your room can look like that when you work 58 hours.
Your room don't look no different than what it usually looks. Okay? Seriously.
Who? I thought you were going to say something.
No.
Anyway, she got her nails done. She's going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You seen them nails?
And the hair braided too.
Right. But I just feel like, yeah, that's how I feel. And if black men weren't so shamed into being in the closet when it comes to sexuality or the DL thing, you know what I don't get? Gays like, still turned on by this DL stuff, because it's nothing to be turned on about to me. Like, I don't get excited for this. Maybe because I'm old. Like, that stuff do not turn me on.
Don't judge
but
me.
I mean, but no, I don't. Like, not even you. Like, I mean, you have your ways about some people.
Yeah.
But it's not like,
right.
just because I got this DL. Like, no. Like, bitch, we all fucking men. So I'm just saying, like,
men.
We're all fucking men.
Oh,
so,
we're fucking men.
Right.
We're all fucking men. Not we're all fucking men. Right?
We
are all men. We're all men, that's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Because I thought you meant, like, stop saying the F word, because I don't know which way you're saying it.
We're all men.
Oh, got it.
But some people go all for the who can I say? Who they think is undercover? Because everybody, his mother know. Trust and believe.
Oh yeah.
Mothers be knowing.
Yeah.
You can look at a child and
but some guys don't. Some moms don't.
But sometimes me and Mikkel could be together. You be like, yeah, like it's like it's unspeakable.
Well, I tell you with certain people because you don't.
No, bitch, I don't be like some people. I don't pay attention to, but some people I just know straight off the bat. Like yes, you know. But I think I'm talking too much.
You were right. Probably not, because I'm hungry.
No, bitch, you always trying to leave.
Because I'm hungry. What other topic?
Hold up, because I think I might be missing something. How long you been going? Over an hour? Child, look at Tamar Braxton holding this mirror.
Oh. You got 11 unread DMs. Oh my God. I couldn't imagine my thing looking like that.
Okay. I don't be on my phone like that. And sometimes it be the same people saying the same
Same
stuff.
shit.
Right. Yeah. If anything important I did today, I did an interview. Oh my God, here's the irony in this one. So I did an interview, not an interview, but basically, it was a girl from the UK, and her name is Rosetta, and she works for Sky News over in the UK. She's actually just started, and she's a global researcher. And as we near 1 million deaths during this pandemic, they've been trying to interview people from around the world and how they've been affected and what happened and all kinds of things like that. I did an interview with her this morning. But the thing is, when she sent me the email, I was like, all right, well, let me Google her to make sure she legit. Come to find out, I blocked her. She had Destiny's Child as her headline picture. So I said, oh, okay, I get where this.
Oh.
No, it's real. It's real.
Oh.
But I'm like, you know, this is Destiny's Child, whatever. I said it must have been Stan Wars, because I haven't blocked people like that in a long time. So she might have said something about Janet, and you know, once we did that, we started talking. Of course, she was a long-time Scorpion Show watcher. She said that you know, basically how we helped her during her college. You know, I get that a lot. In college, high school. Or, you know, like me and my friend were just like you guys, except for we weren't on camera because I love Janet and he loved Beyonce or whatever, however the case may be. I love hearing those stories, but then it be making me feel old as shit sometimes, so don't tell me that too much. But I just enjoyed talking to her, and it felt good to, like, get that off. Like, get it off, because some stuff I talk about, sometimes I don't. But this time, it was just good to just say, this is how I feel, this is how my family is, and just like get it off and just get it out. Because holding it in ain't gonna do nothing but hold you down. And that's why I'm glad I be seeing those old episodes of Yana, man. Because those episodes when she like made somebody carry a book bag with the bricks and was just sitting them off and like you just learn so much. And then like you like if I ever get there, this is what I would do. And, you know, basically for me, this working thing definitely helps not being stressed, depressed, getting out of 4 walls. Because if you sit around 4 walls, if you ask me what you do, sit around 9 walls, you think all the time. And you think, like some things I was thinking, like, okay, well how did it happen? Who could it have been? Like, Bitch, those are some of the things that I was thinking, and then I was like pinpointing stuff like, well, maybe because this person went here, or no, because this
and then
person
stuff
went
that you can't even change.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Like what you want to say
right.
to him?
Right.
It's nothing you could do. But then, like, you know, I get my days like I miss her. Like, oh my God, Saturday. I still don't tell you what I do, but I was doing my job, and somebody was basically the way they was talking about somebody. It reminded me of my mom, and I was just sitting like, oh my God, like she would enjoy conversations like this, or you know something good happened, you just be like, bitch, I can't wait because I know she gonna say something that you just can't. Like I miss be like, oh, this celebrity died, this happened, or girl, let me tell you what Trump did, and or she could always tie this shit back to her childhood. I don't have that no more, you know, but. Yeah, it was just good to like talk to her and get that off. I don't know if I'm gonna be selected, but it was still good to talk about it, to share it, and let's stop politicizing this pandemic. Right. It doesn't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, black, gay, white, straight, gay, old, young. It don't care. When it wants what it wants. If your body gives it to them, you know.
Oh, that sounds like something I told this guy the other day.
You want what you want if you give it to me.
I did. No, I did. I said I want what I want. That's if I want to give it to you.
Oh.
No. But I wasn't saying I want to give it to him. I was just saying, you know, because we were having a conversation. I said if I want what I want, if I want to give it to you, not him, but in general, because we were talking about this whole, and it was just like, yeah.
Right.
It's for now, for some odd reason, people just come to me now about sex talk. I'll be like, you really want to have a conversation with me? Because I'm very open.
Yeah. It's good to be open. Like, it's 2020.
Yeah.
Like, all that shit that was done in the dark back in the 90s, now men are opening up saying, like, yeah, I do it. And they had a friend out here talking about what him and his girlfriend did. And a lot of the guys really weren't into what they did, but you know what I'm talking about.
No. You had to say
because he hasn't been around the dark skin one. The one that was talking about what him and his girlfriend did, and the other guys really wasn't into all of it, but they were acting like they weren't into it all like that with the anal stuff.
Tell me about here, because I don't know what you're talking about.
The one who got his windows bust out.
They got my windows bust out? Oh.
His windows bust out.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know his name.
Wait, I know him?
Yes.
Where I know him from?
Outside. Where else? Yes.
His mother's windows.
Right.
Yeah. Not his windows.
Well, yeah. Well,
he did get his windows bust out, but it wasn't his. I mean, it was from his girl. But yeah, I need to.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I got confused.
But men be talking. Like, men talk about it. But
that goes back to the whole conversation of men like certain things that a lot of them don't speak up about.
Because no.
Yes.
And
Amber was out there.
This type of talk is for the podcast. I'm gonna have to edit this out. Oh no. This is we getting out of hand now. I hope we get paid for this video. But if not, you can send straight to my cash app to the Scorpion. If you don't see any ads, send it straight to the Scorpion or Mikkel. I don't know. At Mikkel86. Bitch, you better try to get that name. Wait a minute. I don't want to see it. He sent you the video?
No. No, bitch. Come here, I gotta tell you something.
He sent that to you? He did?
Yes, turn this camera off.
Drop these clips.